The Lancaster County District Attorney has determined that police were justified in shooting a machete-wielding suspect after a January bank robbery. Fox 43's Matt Kleinens joins us this afternoon with the findings from the investigation.
Well, Evan, after a multi-week investigation, the District Attorney's office says there was no crime committed by the officer who shot and killed 39-year-old Alex Fuentes near his home in Lancaster. Police believe the suspect was threatening bystanders along South Plum Street prior to the shooting. Newly released body cam footage gives us a new view of what happened during an officer-involved shooting after a Lancaster bank robbery on January 24th. The video was released as Lancaster County DA Heather Adams announced the findings for her investigation.
Based on my review of the facts and the applicable law, there is no question that the officer was fully justified in the use of deadly force.
Investigators say 39-year-old Alex Fuentes first entered the Fulton Bank along North Duke Street just after 10 o'clock that morning. Police say Fuentes used a machete to take someone hostage while stealing money.
The events that unfolded during the next 5 minutes were really nothing short of harrowing for employees and one customer whose lives were threatened during a violent robbery.
Officers met Fuentes as he was leaving the bank along North Duke Street and engaged in a 12-block police chase. The chase ended along the 400 block of South Plum Street due to work being done to remove a tree from the street.
Drop it! Drop the knife!
Fuentes can later be seen refusing to follow police orders and walking down the street where 3 people were working. He then started to run towards one of those workers while waving his machete.
When they're facing a deadly threat, and here it's a deadly threat to another person, not themselves, but they are trained to use deadly force, to meet a deadly threat with deadly force.
Police attempted life-saving measures on Fuentes, but he later died at Lancaster General Hospital. DA Adams says she credits the responding officers for doing everything they could to keep all bystanders and neighbors safe during the incident.
Officers are called into these situations to make split-second decisions and judgments in scenarios that are rapidly evolving, they're uncertain, and they're tense.
Now, after the shooting, police were notified about 2 Facebook posts made by Fuentes prior to the incident. However, they didn't go into any detail about a motive for the crime. Evan?
So, Matt, at any point, was there any discussion regarding police possibly using non-lethal force prior to the shooting?
Well, Heather Adams says that one of the officers did switch to carrying a taser before the shooting. However, she says that officer was not in a position to effectively use it. Investigators also told me that deadly force was needed to keep bystanders safe during the engagement.
Fox 43's Matt Kleinens. Matt, thank you so much.